Jean-Claude Gauthier once claimed to the police that he killed or took part in the murders of up to 40 people. It came in a very complex murder investigation where the police were told that he might be interested in becoming what's called a prosecution witness, where he would help the police solve crimes. He was already serving time for manslaughter for a homicide that he later admitted was actually a murder. It was a murder for hire. He killed someone who had a large $300,000 drug debt to organized crime figures. He's serving already his third sentence in a federal penitentiary. He's been convicted in the past of armed robbery. He's admitted to the parole board that his first armed robbery was committed when he was 16 years old. He got his first revolver when he was 16 years old. And he told the parole board he grew up in a very, very violent, he had a very, very violent background growing up. The Parole Board of Canada recently acknowledged he's been behind bars for the past 22 years. He's become very institutionalized. The term institutionalized, it could sound like it means anything, but it means he's lived a life basically where he's had no options. Everything's been dictated to him for the past 2 decades. You wake up, you're told where to go, you know exactly what to do. Your choices are very limited. It's not like being out in real life where we have freedom, we have the freedom of choice, you have the freedom to do what you want to do to a certain extent on any given day. That's what he's got to learn how to live with again, to wake up in the morning and sort out what he's going to do without having to be told where to go, what is expected of him that day. He's going to have to become self-reliant again. It's something that is part of that is something that comes with serving a long prison sentence. They're concerned he's not really ready to get out of prison, and he's been granted leave privileges, escorted leave privileges. It's essentially where a prison guard will escort him to visit relatives, but also to do things, to take part in rehabilitation programs that'll eventually, prepare him for life on the outside, because he's lived behind bars for more than 2 decades now. It'll be tough for him when he gets out. And the parole board advised him that he has to end a relationship with a very well-known gangster named Raymond Desfossés, a guy who's very closely tied to the West End gang, if not considered a leader of a section of the West End gang for decades. And one interesting note in the most recent decision by the Parole Board of Canada is that Gauthier wanted some reading material while he was behind bars, and he recently tried to order a book, and it was a biography of Jean-Claude Gauthier. The Correctional Service Canada decided this is not really suitable reading for someone serving time for two homicides. So they said no, but he replied, I really just wanted the book to get to know my friend Raymond Desfossés.